Oh, bro. Okay, I Dedos could not guard.
You let your guard down. I'm leaving. You let your guard down.
Shoot you straight back again.
I'm leaving.
Try to guard.
Yeah, I was holding guard the whole time.
For his awakening, he has infinite subs. For
Yeah.
his awakening.
Okay.
So
Yo, what is up? It's your boy RJ in the building, and today is another Teach Me guide. Now I told you guys that I was gonna get as many top players or pro players or high level players or whatever you want to call them in, and another one which not a lot of people I feel like know on the EU side, but I've known this man for a hot minute. So Jet, if you want to introduce yourself, by all means.
yo, what up, everybody? My name is Jetman804, and I'm an Orochimaru fanatic, big Orochimaru fan, and I'll be showcasing that today in this guide.
Alright, so as you guys see by the amount of wins he has, that he is very experienced in this game. He's appeared on like tournaments and first to fives and tens and all the rest of it, and he showed his worth, so definitely look out for him as well. So we're gonna, as he said, we're gonna be covering Orochimaru. So a lot of people I feel like Orochimaru, but a lot of people I feel like don't really know how to utilize him too well, especially with the people that I've been seeing online as well. So without further ado, let's waste no time and get into the video.
皆もご存知、渦巻きナルト。
So, Jetman, what can you tell me about Orochimaru? Like, what would you say is a nice overview of the character?
I'd say that for this character is definitely a pressure type of a character where you can be really aggressive.
We can do
Okay.
this.
But he also has a nice neutral game because of his jutsu
Okay.
and because of his ability to just kind of glide in the air. You know,
Yeah.
He jumps really high and he slides.
Yeah.
So, but more of a pressure-based type of character.
So this character will appeal to aggressive players rather than like passive players, basically, is you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
So yeah. So let's get into his combos first. What can you tell me about his combos? It can be up, down, neutral, anything to do with his combos.
So I'll start off. With the neutral.
Okay.
So for the neutral, his neutral combo can be used for a UJ council, an ultimate jutsu council.
Okay.
Yep. It can be used for a combo extension, or it can be used for an ultimate jutsu council.
Okay. By the way, guys, there is like a little bit of delay, just because Jetman's NA and I'm EU. So when it comes to showing stuff, we might mess it up like once or twice.
Definitely. And
So,
then
you're gone.
there's the combo extension.
Okay. I know there's a extended stun in there if you get the switch out. I think you get like a little extended stun in there, similar to like Pain's one. You know, you have Pain's, you switch out like this, you get the extended stun. I know that Orochimaru has one in this neutral combo as well.
Yeah, he definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the extended Dinky guy. Okay, so his neutral combo is basically saying like, in terms of if you catch somebody on like, let's say no subs or one subs and you want to do like a little something, you're saying his neutral combo is the way to go so far, basically.
It definitely is, because not only does it allow you to extend your combo and get bigger damage, it also can trap supports. His snake arm, very end, you dash again, you can trap support if you dash again, and even if you don't dash again, if you delay it, by the time that comes out right there, that's done, it hits the support too.
So it has a big hitbox on it, you're saying? The Staying Calm itself has a big hitbox on it.
Exactly.
Okay.
The hitbox is really big. And it's like that too, it's similar for his up combo.
Okay. Okay.
That combo right there, you cannot dash or tilt through it a lot of the times. It's very hard to tilt through. When you tilt, you have to tilt before the snake arms come out. So,
Okay.
for instance,
So you're saying this is on like guard pressure specifically, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So by the time that comes out, you really can't tilt before that. So like around the 3rd to 4th hit when he does those kicks, that's around the time where you want to tilt.
Yeah.
That frame right there, the 3rd to 4th hit.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So you're saying if you do the up combo, it's a true block string. Like there's nothing you can do to interrupt Orochimaru, unless obviously you're like Mifune or some shit. Okay. So this hit right here, that's all a true block string. Obviously, even a dash as well.
Yep.
Nothing you can do about that. That's all guaranteed. Which means obviously
And
you can go for whatever.
Exactly, and you can do mix-ups with it.
Yeah.
Here you can dash Chakra Shuriken, and if you have a cover fire on your team, which is why, folks, you definitely want to use a lot of Sasuke with Orochimaru. It can be Ren Sharingan, it could be EMS, Last Sasuke, Taka, Kidding. They all have like really good synergy with him because he's a cover fire, and when you have your Storm Gauge on, you get on someone's guard. Sorry about that. By the time you do the up combo, when the second arm come out, just dash really fast, dash really quick, and Chakra Shuriken.
Okay. Sorry, okay.
Yep, that's great.
Okay. So yeah, so basically moving on. So his up combo, if you catch someone, so like his neutral combo, if you catch somebody on hit, you're going for his neutral combo. But if you catch someone on guard, you want to utilize that up combo because everything is a true block string. So you can pretty much get their guard to red in one combo basically. Which then obviously forces the opponent, if they're thinking, oh, I don't want to take this guard pressure, then obviously they'll sub it, stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay. So obviously this is basically showing, you know, why you say that he is an aggressive character, because he has a lot of options on hit and he has a lot of options on guard where there's nothing the opponent can do. So whether you hit them or they're guarding, it's a win for you basically. Okay.
It's definitely a win.
Okay, so is there anything else with his up or neutral combo, or are we going straight to the down combo?
Alright, so for his up combo, guard again really quick. I want to show another mix up with his up combo. Okay. So if you feel like someone's gonna counter, if you have like that gut feeling and that instinct that someone's gonna counter and that you may get countered. And also dash off the guard and do a pizza switch. And what it does is if you switch to Donzo, if you calculate this correctly and switch to Donzo, because you see how my Storm Gauge is on? If I switch to Donzo, right, while my Storm Gauge is on, that's a strike back. Because the Snake Barrier Jutsu gives you a strike back. Because it knocks you away, and that frame gives you a strike back. It knocks you back.
Yeah.
So that's another mix-up that I like to do when I have that gut feeling like, okay, I think he wants to counter me, you know, he's about to counter me. That's another mix-up. So those are the mix-ups that I like to do. You can do that. You can throw a Chakra Shuriken and one more card again. Support that switch. And keep the combo going to get the instant guard break. Once you support dash and switch and continue the pressure on the guard with another character, it will usually break most of the time, like 85 to 90% of the time the guard will break. It won't be able to hold.
Okay, so just obviously to summarize everything you said, in terms of guard pressure, where you want to kind of use your options to mix to keep your opponent guessing is obviously after the out combo, you have the option to dash throw Chakra Shuriken, obviously for especially good if you have a cover fire. You can even dash off or do a jutsu to obviously bait out counters as well, or like let's say someone's going to ninja move, because I know that his jutsu tracks a lot, so even somebody ninja moving it could catch. Or if you just want to go for straight I'm breaking your guard, then you can just do a dash switch, like, well, like so. you can just do a straight dash switch like this, and then, well, I can't do it in this. I don't even know how you did it the first time.
I don't even know how I did it either, to be honest.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, hold up. There we go.
There you go.
So yeah, so obviously you wouldn't do it as Dunzo because, well, I mean, if you've seen the Dunzo video, but if you're just going, I'm gonna break your guard. Let's say you have someone else who has a good guard pressure, so like, you have us like Rainer Sharingan, Sasuke, or Killer B, or even Pain's decent. Then obviously you might want to dash switch, break the guard, or go for a grab or whatever the other character has as a mix as well. Basically, those are like your main options, basically.
And Rainer Sharingan is perfect because he has deadly guard pressure, especially if you know how to dash cancel with him to gel with the guard or hollow stuff.
Yeah. You know, okay.
Very good guard pressure.
So regarding his up combos, is there anything else you can tell me, or is that's like the main reason you mainly want to use it solely for guard pressure?
So outside of the guard pressure, his up combo is also a stun. So what I'm going to do real quick is I want to get you in the combo, and when I get you in the combo, try to guard, like just hold down the R2, the guard button.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a certain dash, and you won't be able to guard it.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep. Oh, bro. Okay, Dedos could not guard.
Yep.
So he can like button lock you, kind of.
That's my favorite stun of his. Like, actually, a lot of people don't know that you can actually do that. Like, I've been doing that for years, and you can use it in so many ways. And I'm about to show you how you can use it off the strike back as well.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. You see how I can switch? You can actually switch. And me and Malus were labbing this in the lab one time, and we both were taking turns, like in free battle, and in our share plays, like we would switch. He would start with share play, I would start with share play, and I knew about the up combo being the stun lock because I was the one who found it. I was the one, you know, who showed a lot of my bros, a lot of my friends. Okay, this is a stun lock. This is not just a guard pressure or type of combo. This is not just a true block screen. Like, this is also a button lock. So when Malice he tried that, he did like a back dash, and he switched and then mashed with the other character, and I'm like, hold up, you could do that? I didn't think it would last that long. Yeah. So you can set it up in different ways, and
So how do you get this button lock then? Like, how do you do it specifically?
For the up combo, so when the snake arms appear, so it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the 5th hit.
Yeah.
As long as it's on, you can kind of hold your dash, especially if you know someone's gonna sub, and you get priority again right when they sub behind you. Because you're holding your dash, you get priority again because you're charging and holding your dash, and you can force out a sub this way. Now, the way that it's really useful is off the strike back. Hold up. So don't guard this one.
Okay, cool.
Let your guard down. I'm leaving.
Try to guard.
Yeah, I was holding guard the whole time.
See? You see?
Yeah.
It's so effective off the strike back. And what you do is, the way that you do it, the most consistent way, you delay the juggle.
Yeah.
You delay all your hits. And once you delay, once the snake arms touch your opponent, you see that colored frame?
Yeah.
When the snake arms connect, once it connects, you just dash and you take a food pill. Or red attack up, you know, defense pill, speed pill, whatever it is that you have, like whichever pill that you have, you take that.
Yeah.
You start with the combo. It's like a reset.
So it seems like that Orochimaru is good at straight back, because obviously not getting ahead, but I know that also his down combo also works like when you have an opponent floated as well. Like after a straight back, you delay your combos, you can get the down combo, which then resets the straight back for another one, innit? So it seems like Orochimaru, to get the most out of Orochimaru, you want a strike back on your team, basically. Like, to get the most out of the character.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's most definitely the key to him, to maximizing damage with him, and to doing the most setups, and whether that's sub traps, whether that's stun locks, or whether that's sub baiting. The key to getting all of those things are having a strike back on your team. You always want a strike back or a cover fire on your team, or you can even add both on your team if you want to. Like for instance, one of the teams that I like to run, one of my main Orochimaru teams are, I think the first Orochimaru team that I started off using in this game is Sasuke. It can be last Sasuke or Rinne Sharingan. My preference personally is Pain, one of those Sasuke's, and Orochimaru. Rinne Sharingan Sasuke or last Sasuke and Orochimaru. So you have a strike back and a cover fire, which is perfect for him. Perfect synergy.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, as a little bit of a recap, strike back, amazing with him. So you obviously suggest Pain, but obviously Madara, also another good strike back. The last Naruto, another good strike back. But also cover fire due to the stuff you mentioned and his pressure of his up combo. So Sasuke works well for that because obviously it gives you more consistency in breaking a guard in one combo, or doing further mix up pressure or anything like that. Basically, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Perfect description.
So, getting back to obviously the art combo stun lock, obviously being able to use it on a floated opponent as well as a grounded opponent, and you can even switch off it to then get further mix, which will help like square characters. For example, me, I use all the square characters basically. That's my specialty now. So even using that button lock to switch, it looks like you'd even be able to obviously convert. Let's say you're playing Uzukata or any form of square character. You can even go straight into a square, or Shino for example. You can go straight into their square combo. So I feel like that button lock is like a very useful thing, and I think that a lot of people probably don't know that as well.
A lot of people don't. It's some people that do because I showed it to them, but I don't see that from a lot of players that pick up Orochimaru.
I didn't know. I had no clue. I had no idea that was new to me. That was really, even seeing that, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to explore with that now. Like my brain's going as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't even know that as well. But so it looks like his up combo is probably the best combo. Is it safe to say then, out of his up neutral and his down combo? You have a button lock on it, great guard pressure, the options you have after it, the synergy that you can utilize other characters. Would you say that his up combo is probably his best combo out of the three?
I would definitely say it is, like, because you can get a true block screen. You can get a button lock like on the ground and off of a strike back. You can get quick damage with it. Like for example, if you want to extend damage, and then look, and finish. That's like a lot of damage. Like you can get quick max damage with it too. So I would say that it is like his up combo. It's just such an all-around combo for the guard, for damage output, for confirm because of the button lock in it. You can get a confirm off of it too at the same time. But me being the Orochimaru fanatic that I am, I love all his combos. That's just me.
I mean, it looks like obviously I know the character, so as well as obviously you're teaching me, you're also teaching the viewers. But there's stuff that I know. So even me thinking about Orochimaru, I think that he's pretty well-rounded. Personally, I feel like he has all of up, neutral, and down combo. I think it's all three of them are amazing. For different reasons, obviously.
I was just about to say that for different reasons. It's like even though his up combo is the most important thing that you want to know about him, like all of his combos are used for different reasons. So in certain situations you're going to want to go neutral, in terms of extending your combo and maximizing damage. Sometimes you're going to want to go neutral. So if you have a green defense tag, you can't use it with the up combo. You have to use it with the neutral. For example, if you want to do UJ Council and Ultimate Jutsu Council, you need to go with the neutral. you can't cancel with the down or up combo. So all of his combos are great, and it's just a matter of knowing when to use them. Also,
Yeah.
you know, it can be situational.
Yeah. Okay. So regarding its up combo, would you say that's everything you covered, or is there still more tech involved?
That's just about everything that I could think of. Yeah,
Okay.
that's everything.
So,
for the up combo.
Let's move on to his down combo now. Obviously, that's the final combo he has within the up neutral down combo. So regarding his down combo, what would you say? What can you tell me about that?
So for his down combo,
you're gone.
I would say that it's also another way of extending damage.
Yeah.
So you can juggle off of it, off of a strike back. I have a video of me getting like 4 or 5 strike backs in a row, like on my channel.
Yeah.
Like you can get up to 5 or 6 strike backs in a row off his down combo. Like,
yeah, I think because it resets the strike back in his down combo.
Yep, it does.
That's why you cannot see. So I'm just getting my storm gauge up.
You let your guard down. You let your guard down.
Shoot you straight back again. Obviously this will give you straight back again. Oh, okay, I think because obviously you hit on the floor. But if you have to catch them floating first, basically.
Yep.
But yeah, because of the cutscene, because you're doing a whole combo, it actually resets the straight back, so you can actually get infinite straight backs as well. And that's why when you were talking about the up combo, I was saying that the down combo is also good for this reason, because you can either do the down combo, which I think if they sub, would it still happen? I think it's a sub trap, I'm not sure. Or you can do the up combo to get the reset on the ground reset and keep going.
If they sub, they can get out of the down combo, but it's just depending on it's just depending on when are they subbing, like what part of the animation that they're subbing. You have to sub early, because if you sub too late, then the animation is just still going to connect and you can't sub.
Yeah.
So they can get out of it if they sub in time, you know, sub sooner rather than later. For the up combo, you can get out of that as well. It'll be easier to get out of the up combo just because it doesn't have the same animation as the down combo.
Yeah.
Same cutscene and animation, so it'll be easier to get out of the up combo. It's perfect though when someone has one sub left and they're trying to hold on to it. You know, they've been stubborn with that last sub, or they have no subs at all, and you get a strike back to connect, and you kind of walk up and you do the up combo to get the reset. If you don't want to go for the down combo for the strike back, like I like doing the up combo sometimes just because I can reset them and get them to the ground, and then next thing you know, if I have a lot of chakra, it's stand with the Orochimaru or switch to another character to go for the kill.
Yeah. Okay. So would you say that's the main purpose of Orochimaru's down combo?
Yeah, I would definitely say that it's to get quick damage. It's to keep people from subbing out of the combo and subbing out of your punish game. It's like a punishing combo. I like to call it like a punish combo.
So it's his fastest combo. Out of the 3 combos, that's his fastest combo, basically, his down combo.
Most definitely. Okay. Most definitely. Absolutely. Most definitely.
So, what else can you tell me about the down combo, or is that like the main reason you use it for?
So, for the down combo, that's pretty much the main reason that I use it for. To punish people and to go for the kill, you know, or to get multiple strike backs. But you can also extend with it. It's also a combo extender.
Okay.
Or you can dash with it. Or you can dash with it on the ground.
So similar to the neutral combo as well, it's also really good to to dash off of, because obviously the damage that it brings, because it does quite a bit of damage. If you do a jump dash, which obviously a jump dash takes less chakra than a normal dash, then you can get quick damage for basically little chakra, basically is what you're saying.
Exactly, which is why I've displayed it both ways, by dashing on the ground, because sometimes we're going to need to do that because of supports, and I displayed it by jump dashing, air dashing, to conserve more chakra, so you won't have to burn up as much as chakra. And if you have a cover fire like Tamari, say the Sake Mizukage, Datara, a true cover fire, a pure cover fire, then you can also extend too with the hollow step off the down combo.
Okay, so you just hollow step, chakra shuriken for the cover fire, you land next to them, keep going.
Correct. Okay. A confirm. Land next to them and it's a confirm.
Okay, so basically the main two purposes of his down combo is if you have a strike back, you can use that, as well as if you just want quick damage, then it's there too.
Yep, that's the second option. That's the key.
So I know that also, obviously sharing my knowledge of him as well, if you break the guard, like if you do a natural guard break, you can get a whole down combo, if I'm correct, with Orochimaru, off of a natural guard break. So because obviously his combo is so quick, which actually goes well with the character in itself, because if you're using the up combo to pressure the guard all the time, and then you break the guard, because obviously like you said, he's a pressure based character, then you get all of this for free basically, which will then go in conjunction with the strike back as well. So everything ties in. His down combo works with his up combo in the sense of guard pressure, in the sense of getting the strike back, so then you're able to use the bar unlock and the up combo, the down combo again. So I feel like his down combo complements his up combo pretty well, in my opinion.
Final round.
It does. That's definitely a good eye by you. That's definitely a good eye, and just good intellect by you. Just goes to show you that you're a veteran player and that you've been around as well, an experienced player. So that's all true what you just said. His combos are all they're all relevant to each other. They're all connected. They all complement each other. They're just so beneficial, not only for the player themselves, but for him as a character himself.
Yeah.
You can kind of do mixed ups, and from getting the strike back with the down combo to walking up and doing the up combo to get the reset to the ground, and you just did and connected two of Orochimaru's combos, 2 out of 3. So that's definitely true.
Okay, so regarding all of his combos, then up combo, neutral combo, down combo, would you say that we covered pretty much everything, or is there anything that we missed?
I would say it's probably 2 more things that I wanted to show about the neutral.
Okay.
So
go for it.
First off, guard really quick.
Okay.
So I forgot to mention this jail. In case someone is killed in. Yep.
So he actually has a jail reset in the guard pressure as well.
Exactly. You press circle twice. Circle, jump, circle.
Yeah. Okay. So circle, jump, circle, and that's like a jail that you can't like counter between that.
You can counter this jail, but only after the first time. So the first time that you do the jail right there, I can't counter, but if you do it again, I can counter. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say that it's best to use this because it's pretty strict? It's best like if you are going for this, like going for a mix-up basically. So like you can either go for like a combo switch or a jutsu or anything like that. You're saying it's best. So would you say it's best used to go for a mix-up rather than true block string or true guard pressure? Is it what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And if you sometimes it's good to go for the true block string though, just because say if you have a player that likes to awaken, for example. You see how you have your awakening link, available.
Yeah.
And say if especially if they have the storm gauge, you know, storm gauge is full, pretending the storm gauge is full.
Yeah.
So guard for a second. If I'm near you, I want you to counter me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you want me to?
And now that will force you to have to build up your gauge again. You have to walk the long route again to try to get your awakening. So it's good for pressuring, for forcing the issue, forcing the counter. But if the awakening link isn't on and you don't want to be punished with the counter switch or just the counter in general, then yeah, it's good to mix up and bait.
I actually never thought about like using that sort of pressure like that, like trying to make people counter in order to stop that. Like it's such an obvious thing, but it never even came across my mind to do. Like pressuring your opponent in a way where you want them to counter to stop the awakening, basically. That never even like came across my mind.
It was the same for me, RJ, man. Like I just started noticing that when I watch other higher level players play, they would do things to force you to counter so you can't awaken. And I started thinking of different jails, different block screens, you know, different guard pressure block screens, and I started thinking of different scenarios. Like, okay, if my opponent were to go for the awakening, what would I do? Would I just, you know, try the Jutsu switch to catch him, or, you know, if I'm up close, say if I approach and I'm up close on you like this, and if I get a chance to get on your guard, unlike most of the time where you run the full combo on a person, when we're just like, you know, in the beginning of the match and we have full health like this or close to full health, so guard really quickly again.
Yep.
Most of the time we would do something like this at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
But unlike doing that, this time I would do mix-ups.
Yeah. Instead of going for the guard pressure, you'll go for the mix.
I'm leaving. Fine.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Do mix-up to either force them to run out of subs and resources, or force them to counter. Either way, if they're to run out of subs, that's a win. If they're to counter, that's a win, because now you don't have to worry about the option of awakening.
Yeah.
Especially with this team.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good actually. Yeah, I think even me. That's why this is called the Teach Me series, because everyone's learning. I'm learning. You guys are learning. Everyone's learning. So, and what was the other thing you wanted to talk about as well? Was it neutral?
This one right here. So this is good damage.
Yeah.
If you ever so like say for instance, right, guard really quickly.
Okay.
So if I were to call out both of my supporters, I can't switch back to neither one of them, right?
Yeah.
And I have you in a combo.
Yeah.
So don't guard this one. If I don't have a tag, so like say I use the tag, say if I don't have another tag, I can just do this.
Yeah.
And I can get a stun lock like that, because that's the air stun.
Yeah.
Or I'll just get the combo going completely in the air and then finish.
Okay.
Especially if the subs is coming back. It's quick max damage, and it's just, you know, from ground combo to air juggle.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying like if you have, let's say, no chakra, like you're low on resources, no chakra, no supports, you have a tag, it's just plain old Orochimaru and you want that little bit extra damage, then you can go to the neutral combo and then, well, I messed up due to the lag, but straight into the air combo just for the extra damage. And obviously because you're far away, you can either get the stun lock, let's say by that time your assist comes back, you can get the stun lock from the air combo, which obviously we'll go over when we talk about the air combo, or, you know, just straight damage from there, or whatever the air combo has to offer, basically. Okay.
Good point. Exactly. You can even do a juggle off the second hit.
Yeah.
You can do it off his fourth hit or third. So you can juggle in any part of his neutral, like 1 through 5, all of his hits.
Yeah.
At any part, which is why I love his neutral so much, because this is the combo that I like to go to for quick damage. And, you know, as I said like a minute ago, like if you have little to no resources, like no support gauge, to use and to switch to. No chakra, that's a way to extend and to get a little bit more damage, especially if the match is close and you and your opponent have like rare HP health type, like rare HP type of health level.
Yeah.
And you can possibly get the kill like that. So,
I think it is a worthy note, considering that you can't do that with both his air and his down combo. Like, I just tested his down combo because I was pretty sure I had a big pushback, and it does. And obviously with his up combo after here, it just goes straight into the up combo from there, which they can recover out of. So I think it is a worthy note for if you are going for the max damage combo into the air combo, the neutral combo is the way to go, just to get that extra hit, basically.
It is, because the reason why it is because the snake in his arm and his one arm right here, when it connects, you're technically stunned. So that means I can go for a dash, whether it's from the air, like an air dash to conserve more chakra, or whether it's on the ground. I can go for a dash, or I can go for a tag if I have tags, or I can go for a juggle. So I have like 3 options. I can go for a juggle, I can go for a tag.
It looks like I said, Orochimaru is the kind of character that all of his combos just have so many options in it. You have so much to play around with if you catch somebody on hit or even on guard.
Confirm or on the guard, you have different scenarios and different setups. Yeah, different screens. Like, you have many options to choose from and to go about. So
okay,
I agree.
Okay, so to my knowledge, obviously we covered the combos up, down, and neutral combo. So obviously the last combo to speak about would be the air combo, and obviously you went over the air to ground combo. If the combo misses, then they're button locked like that, which I know that if you switch character, that you can convert off. So let's start there, considering we've already kind of like brushly touched on it. Let's just start there with the air combo. What would you say about that?
So for the air combo, his air combo. First off, his air combo. If you have chakra, it's deadly. I like to call it quick max damage.
Yeah.
So like, see how I have like basically a full bar of chakra gauge, a full bar of chakra.
Yeah.
And look, it just eats your health so quickly. So it puts pressure on your opponent, because it's like, okay, do I want to sub and not take damage, or do I want to take damage and keep my subs?
Yeah.
It puts your opponent in between a hard place and a rock. His air combo does damage, and it does it really fast. So not only can you extend from the air stun, where the combo doesn't quite connect all the way, like where it doesn't connect completely, you can extend in general and keep it going to force the subs. Yeah. To force an opponent to sub, and you can get a kill like that. If the match is close and it's in the final round, and you got a bar of you got a chakra gauge bar full of chakra. Say if you got like your storm gauge chakra back just in the nick of time, you can win the match like that. Even if your opponent has like your amount of health right now, your amount of health HP right now. Yeah. If I have a full bar of chakra, I can still force you to sub. Just because his air combo does very good damage. It does more damage than pain and Donzo's air combo if you have a lot of chakra. Yeah. If you have a lot of chakra, even if you don't have a lot of chakra, just a decent amount can force the sub. But especially if you have a lot of chakra, you can force out a sub, because it's so easy to extend with.
Okay. So
and then the air stone.
You get the reset as well. You can catch anyone. Okay, so not only do you have the stun lock to reset your opponent on the floor, you also the air combo in itself has a lot of damage. this is making me think that he'd be really good with like the last Naruto, because the last Naruto has a defense down tag and an attack uphill. The last Naruto can complement his guard pressure as well. Obviously, we all know about the last Naruto's Jutsu being really good up close. So I feel like Orochimaru with like defense down tag and attack up hills, along with his damage on all of his combos, he's gonna be taking out a lot of damage by himself.
Oh, that's a strong yeah. That's definitely a strong yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's a hell yeah actually. Like, man, him with the green tag and red attack up, you know, even if it's just one red attack up, then that's still something to look out for. That's something that you don't want to take.
Yeah.
You know, especially him with the green tag. Even if you don't have a red attack up, if you have 2 green tags, he's deadly. He is deadly.
Yeah, because even if you have someone with, let's say, an extended stun, go straight into this, downhill, back, green tag, back, and it's just off again.
Yep.
Like, he's just kidding you. But, okay, so are those the main 2 things to do with his air combos, or anything else?
Those are actually the main 2 things to do, unless you will probably have cover fire with it. But outside of that, those are the main 2 things to do. The only other thing that you can probably do is switch to another character if the other character has like good priority and his air combo and good damage output. So you mentioned last Naruto, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing the combo with the Orochimaru. Last Naruto, his air combo actually does more damage than Orochimaru.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. And, he's actually really good with Jubito as well. That's what I forgot to mention earlier. Because Jubito is a cover fire, you know, and he has green tags and 2 red attack up. So Jubito complements Orochimaru really well too.
Okay.
Max damage and guard pressure.
Okay. So I think another thing that I know of Orochimaru's air combo, and this is where I feel like Pain complements him really well, is that if you switch at a certain point of his air combo, he actually continues hitting you, which allows you to convert in unique ways. For example, the reason why I say Pain specifically works well in this way is if I do it here, like I can hit that basically. I can hit that, or I can guard manipulate you right there with the tilt. Or if I have a tracking ultimate, it even works there as well. That was something that obviously I personally knew with Orochimaru as well. You go here. Obviously I'm slow due to the lag, but you can actually connect Pain's tilt right there and bounce it too. So it just gives Orochimaru more variety when he's covering you. You got the damage, you got the switch out there. Obviously if you have Pain, you can hit a tilt. I want to see if I can hit it. I know it's laggy, but I want to see if I can hit it once. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, so I can hit the tilt right there, as well as obviously go for the reset as well. If I delay the hits, basically. So, like I said about Orochimaru, all of his combos, including his air combo, is just great combos. He's just a character with great combos. Okay, so obviously we covered all of his combos now. Let's cover his tilt. His tilt is a bit awkward. You don't really see it much. So is there any thing you can say about his tilt? Or because to my eyes it's not a great tilt. If I'm playing the character, I don't see a reason why I would ever need to, unless I'm just trying to be unpredictable as well. But is there anything that you can tell me, or if you agree with that statement?
I can see why you say that it's not a great tilt. I can agree with it. I would say it's like decent to average at best.
Yeah.
No, but it's not the worst tilt in the game. So for what I would say for his tilt is it definitely stops dashes.
Okay.
So like here, dash me for a second.
Okay.
You see?
Okay, so it collides with dashes basically. See, I didn't know that. I had no clue.
Yep. And this is the way to get out of his tilt. Think again. Dashes.
Okay, so it makes it a bit more safer by throwing that Chakra Shuriken.
Yep, and if you have cover fire, man, that's a free confirm. If you have a Tamari, you know, Sake Mizukage with true cover fires.
So his tilt is good, a bit like Utakata. His tilt is good against dashing opponents. Then is what you're saying. If you have a dashing opponent, they bust out the tilt, and obviously you got your cover fire there to back your case as well. He's making me think that he'll be pretty good with like Mizukage. He's making me feel that way.
He is actually. I used to, you know what, RJ? I used to use him with the second Mizukage for that reason, for that tilt. Because a lot of people, the
button lock, the air combo, because obviously Mizukage's combo is all combo in the air, so it's making me think even like here, go straight into like square combo Mizukage. Like, you're making me think that he's pretty decent with Mizukage, due to the cover fire as well as his square combos for pressure and comboing in itself as well. I'm not gonna lie. But,
he would be really good with Mizukage for guard pressure, for combo extensions.
Yeah,
he would be really good with him.
Yeah, so even like I said, we're even covering characters that also work well with him. We said Pain does, we say Mizukage does if you're into square characters like myself. Naruto does. I can't remember who I've heard. Oh, Sasuke. You said Sasuke does because the cover fire.
Kazekage as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that are really suit Orochimaru. So is that the main thing to do with this tilt, or is that literally like the only purpose you really use this tilt, to catch people dashing and stuff like that?
That's really pretty much the only purpose that I use it for.
Okay.
It's a situational type of tilt because it covers a decent amount of ground, but not too much of range, not too much of ground that it covers. Just a decent amount. It's like a closer to mid-range type of tilt.
Yeah.
So if you know an opponent likes to dash in line and just very aggressive, you can actually start that up. And if you can switch, you won't even need to use the Chakra Shuriken. If you can't switch, you can actually use the Chakra Shuriken to reset an opponent as soon as they set up the tilt.
Yeah. It also makes you look, because even if you, like, for example, dash me, I recover a lot faster than you do. That's all I've realized. Unless I'm mistaken. You might cover faster than me, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, there is.
There you go.
So I think, certain parts of the tilt, whether it's start or the end or anything like that, like, you can recover, you can actually win the recovery game with the clash as well, which is pretty good, actually. Okay, so I think we have only two things to cover: his jutsu and his grab. So what can you tell me about his grab next? Let's go with his grab. So
for his grab, it's slow, so you have to be careful not to just spam it. It's not a grab, and you can constantly spam like Pain or Fan Madara or Kakazu. Those type of grabs have range, but they're also really quick.
Yeah.
And have big hitboxes. His grab has a good hitbox, but it's just slow. It has everything else. It has the range, animation, good hitbox. It's just slow. So you want to be careful when using this grab. You have to be absolutely sure that grab's gonna connect.
Okay. So you want to place this grab. You can't just like throw it out. Basically, it's not a grab that you just gonna throw out because it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I also realized is that he recovers pretty fast after his grab, and he leaves him quite close by. And obviously I know we've not covered his jutsu, but his jutsu literally follows you around. So I think that maybe even you might have some good wake up options as well. Like, you grab them, he's there right next to you. You might do like a little jutsu switch for like a wake up option. Obviously that would like a better representation of that. Would you say that he has good wake up options after his grab as well, basically?
Yeah, he does, because not only can you jutsu, you can actually mash right there, because he has good mash, good consistent mash, and he has reach.
Yeah.
Especially on his second hit. See the second hit. So say for instance, right? For example, if I was to grab you, I would pre-mash. I would start up the mash a little early.
Yeah.
Everything after his first hit has decent range.
Yeah.
Like pretty good to decent range. But everything else after that is guaranteed to connect. His second hit with the backwards jab, and his third hit, which is like a kick, and his fourth hit, another kick. His kicks are guaranteed to connect, so you can actually start mashing once you knock your opponent down to the ground with the grab to get it confirmed. Or Jutsu.
Okay. So you mainly want to use his grab obviously for wake up options. Let's say you have a team that has good wake up options, then you mainly want to use it, as well as Orochimaru being good within himself on top of that. But he's not really a character that you'd grab with. Like if I'm playing this team, I'd be more inclined to grab with Pain than anyone else, for example.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, so outside of Awakening, the final thing to go over, what can you tell me about his jutsu? Now I know that he has two jutsus, but I know that the main one that gets used is this one right here over the other one. So can you explain to me why that's the case?
So for this jutsu is so good. Like it's such a versatile jutsu because it gives you pressure and it gives you neutral.
Yeah. So
if I'm across the map and I know that you have to catch me because I have health lead, I can just like pretty much jutsu switch and you can't even air dash. So like say like okay, well I wanna dash over that snake. Since it arches, since it has a high arch and it arches twice.
Yeah.
You know when it curves, it arches twice.
Yeah, yeah.
So like air dash again. You see? And it still hits. It's a beautiful jutsu.
I think as well as like, let's say you do go over it like I did the first time, you can still switch at like the last frames of the jutsu as well. So you can like do this, back up, block, and then as soon as I need to, bam, like I go back into Orochimaru, and then so it's like it covers so much distance as well. Let's say I'm here, you try and dash me, I say boom, I switch back into him. Obviously I messed up then, but I switch back into him, and then I'm pretty much chilling.
Exactly. It's such a bailout jutsu. That's a description of what you call a bailout jutsu. I use it all the time to get myself out of trouble.
Yeah.
You can switch back to him if I was to dash shoot. Yep. And kind of just camera angle and confuse me. So it's such a bailout jutsu because it gives you neutral ground and it gives you pressure.
Yeah.
So for instance, if I'm fighting a Gara player, right? If I'm playing a Gara player, adult Gara.
Yeah.
And let's say that the Gara player is really good. For example, Malice. If he's playing neutral and he has health for you, right? He's standing across the map and he starts up the Gara combo.
Yeah.
I can approach with the snake barrier jutsu.
Yeah.
Dash down, approach, and that gives me a small window to dash in and attack.
Yeah.
Now he can't hit me with Gara's hitbox.
Yeah.
It's combo. So it's good for pressure as well. It opens up a lane for you to enter.
Yeah. So it's basically like you don't want to against big hitbox characters or even characters with good priority like Neji or Yugito, Gara. If you don't want to dash like right up and then into their territory where they can outmash you. You'd rather like dash to like here and then you go for a jutsu switch just to give you that kind of, you know, leap, like opens the way, clears the path basically.
Yep.
Okay. And obviously it does track a lot. Obviously it's not really one for guard pressure, but you can go for a mix from there as well as a potential guard pressure or anything like that because it hits multiple times.
It's a sub trap for sure. Like it tracks as you said just now. Like for instance, once I dash you, I'm gonna start the combo, and once I dash you, sub.
Okay.
Don't guard. Sub, don't guard dash. See? Try it.
360 tracking out
360 degree. Yep.
Yeah.
360 degree type of auto track. So that's what makes it such a beautiful jutsu because I can sub trap because of the tracking, in the range. I can play safe with neutral. I can be neutral grounded with this jutsu. I can be aggressive with it. So it's such a versatile jutsu. And let's say you have me in an air combo. So like get me in the air combo.
So I extended it, but if I was to do it straight out,
I have to wait for him to oh yeah, you do it actually.
You let your guard down.
If you're not too high in the air, it will definitely hit you.
yeah.
And then if you have a strike back or a double strike back, then you already know that's a strike back.
Yeah.
3 strike back right there.
I feel like it's good defensively as well as offensively. Like even if I was to use, again, me going to my specialty with square characters, even if I was to use a square character and I was going to mash my combo from here, and then obviously people like to sub and then dash after, if I was to even deploy him as a support, I feel like he would still get them off because he would just follow them. He follow them, he'll hit them, he can hit them multiple times, get a strike back as well, so that means I get a counter attack. I feel like he's just good just in the neutral altogether, defensively, offensively, approach, run away, versatile. Like it's a different kind of neutral that only he can do.
That's exactly why I love him. It's a unique type of neutral that other characters that you just don't see from other characters.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very unique, rare type of neutral.
Yeah.
Because not only that, the snake barrier, it allows you to awaken. Because I forgot to mention this earlier. I've been wanting to mention this for a minute now.
Yeah.
So the snake barrier has a delayed invincibility frame. So if you sub it and then dash, say if I had an awakening link gauge, and my gauge was full, as soon as I hit that one switch, I'm free to sit there and charge up. Because as soon as you sub the snake barrier, you'll be pushed back like Pain Almighty Push, just like his jutsu.
Yeah.
You know how Pain has that delay invincibility frame. Orochimaru has that same frame, which is why they're perfect together. Perfect synergy. Because they both have that frame.
Is there anything else about his jutsu that you would say is worth mentioning?
Anything else about his, let me think for a second.
I know from my point of view, you can actually hit a secondary jutsu or tilt or anything after his jutsu.
Yeah. So that's another thing, and there's one more thing after that too. So what you were saying too, and I'm glad. This is why I'm glad I actually added Donzo to this team. I was just actually about to attempt that, and you kind of took the words like right out of my mind. So for his jutsu, there you go, and it connects. You can also connect Majestic, Dragon Flame, Infernal Fireball, Itachi's Fireball, Water Wall,
PTS 1010 Restand,
PTS 1010 with third jutsu, with Naruto Last Rasengan Barrage, Sasuke's Chidori. You can connect that as well. So you can connect Dorori's Gale style. You can connect so many jutsus, man. Like it's such a versatile jutsu. For his awakening, first off, he gets a priority boost. Second off, he gets a damage output type of boost too, and he's extremely fast. Arguably the fastest character in Awakening. You know, it's debatable. There's PTS Shino, who's extremely fast in Awakening. There's Sarada,
Conan Lee,
Conan, Might Guy, Lee. Yeah, he's in that discussion with them, like in that top 5ish to top 10ish discussion with them.
Yeah.
So his dash, even without it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to wait for that to come back. Even without the hyper dash, the turbo dash, his spark dash is still extremely fast, and his spark dash gets more priority and awakening. So you're more likely to like kind of get like a straight up type of dash clash win.
Yeah.
in base form, he kind of just slips and slides like under mostly everything. Or
I was actually gonna say that. I was gonna talk about that after. I was gonna be like, we didn't speak about the fact that his dash can just go under stuff because he's so low down to the damn floor.
Hell yeah. That's most definitely. He can actually slide on the dragon flames. He can slide on the water wall. So he has the same combo set in base form. He gets damage output boost.
Yeah.
So for his awakening, he has infinite subs.
Yeah.
For his awakening.
Okay.
So if you sub everything, just make sure that you have health left, because your subs depends on your health. It's kind of like Storm 2 days where you had to make sure you had chakra to sub. Yeah. You had to have chakra gauge to sub. Kind of think of it like that, with that type of logic.
Okay.
But sub is with the health instead of chakra gauge.
So
it's the health gauge instead.
So when you do this, so to my knowledge, you mash sub on hit. You gotta kind of mash it, because as you get hit, then obviously you will go for the sub. And actually, just even though you're not using the even if you're not using the subs, like, oops, I thought it was accident.
Yep. So you mash sub and guard at the same time. You pull both triggers as hard as you can. You mash them both at the same time.
Yeah.
And there you have it, infinite subs. So if you need to sub, you know, like say for example, your opponent has one sub left, and you still have a good amount of health. You're like in like the orange HP type of health zone.
Yeah. And
you don't want to take any more damage.
Yeah.
And you will mash the sub button L2 and the guard button R2. You will mash both. Just click on both triggers and pull them at the same time, the exact same time.
Okay.
And you get out of it. Force the last sub.
And he's the only character that has this as well, to my knowledge.
Yep, correct. Only character. He's had this since Storm 2. I've known about it since Storm 2.
Yeah, I know about
it out a long time ago.
Obviously, I started this game with Rev, but I found out from E that he used to be able to do it as well, even in those games. So yeah, so obviously that's a very strong thing to have. Having infinite subs in an awakening is a very strong thing to have, because that means that you can't properly get punished. But you can't do this on hit. This is something you can do this on guard, to my knowledge. You can't sub on hit in this way, or you can.
You can sub on hit.
Okay, so then yeah, you basically have infinite subs all the time in Awakening. I feel like this will be really good against counter Awakening. So let's say your opponent's Awakening to make a comeback, and you got your Awakening. You can easily just Awakening and then do it that way, so that way you can just sub everything he has. And obviously, because your opponent awakened first, they're gonna run out of Awakening before you. So I feel like this will be good as a counter Awakening. Like, just like, let's say someone's rocking an OP Awakening like 10 Tails Murderer. You can use this to kind of like nullify the damage, because you can't get punished now. You just awaken and you cannot get properly punished.
Yep, correct.
So yeah, this is really good. So obviously we went over, his combos are still the same, you know, everything is still generically the same, but I know that his jutsu changes. So
it does.
What does any benefits that come with that?
So the benefits of his Jutsu and Awakening are the fact that it's delayed. It's not like his it's the same Jutsu pretty much. It's still the Snakeberry Jutsu, but it's much larger and longer. Yeah. So it's delayed also. And another thing really quick too, his guard pressure is better too. Well. Yeah. But so it's much longer. So for example, you see, look.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that jutsu like hurts your god. Like, I know, like, even though it does one hit, like, it slaps your guard pretty much one shot each and every time, which just makes that his pressure in the neutral disgusting. I know, because obviously I don't want to block Orochimaru's awakening jutsu, because it's just gonna make your guard just get to one shot.
Yep. And it does much more damage in Awakening, that jutsu, than it does in base form, in its normal form. So yeah, it's delayed because it's bigger, it's much larger, bigger and longer. It does much more damage. And on top of that, you can catch people off guard with that too. If they're just spazzing out and just countering a lot, you know, because they're like, okay, I gotta get him off of me and I gotta get him away from me. Then you can sneak up on a person with that jutsu. It's very sneaky, very sneaky.
So basically, the benefits of his awakening, like you said, generically he's pretty much the same combos, same grab, well, same everything really. It's just that he gets an infinite sub, which is again really good in itself. Nothing really wrong with that. His jutsu is he has a better neutral basically, because his jutsu is generically the same as his normal jutsu. It's just that it's bigger, has stronger guard pressure, goes on for longer as well, which means obviously it's constantly tracking you. So if his neutral is going to be disgustingly improved as well on hit, on all guard. And then the other thing you said was, oh yeah, he's due to his dash being so strong, which I know we didn't cover his dash like properly too well, but as like a quick summary of it, he can actually, as Jet mentioned before, he can dash under things that most dashes won't dash under. So let's say a touchy does a fireball, for example. If someone dashes, then obviously they're gonna get hit by the fireball. There are times, it's not like consistently all the time, but there are times where, because Orochimaru literally like goes on his stomach and dashes as well as goes side to side, he can actually go underneath certain things that a lot of people can't. I've seen him go underneath May pellets before, Sarada Kunai before in a combo. Like, he can actually dash under things, which makes him harder to keep out of. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes it harder to keep Orochimaru out, which complements the character, because for everything that his combos have to offer, you don't want Orochimaru next to you. But because of this dash, his dash being so fast, like even for a normal dash, like his dash is pretty fast, like even like for a normal dash. So everything just complements him. It's just full circle, basically. Alright, so now there's obviously, to end off the episode, I want to ask you a question. I've asked this question to everybody who does a character as well, but if you could... My battery died.
It's cool.
Let me get my charger.
Oh, one other thing too, before you ask that question.
Yeah, by all means.
He can actually, for a lot of people that have trouble with Yugito, because I hear a lot of complaints about Yugito. Yeah. He can actually slide on the Yugito's tilt as soon as it's released or right before.
Okay.
It's basically timing. As soon as the tilt is released, before it touches the ground, he can slide under, which most characters can't do. Other characters can't do. And also, before it's released, he can keep her from doing it because of how fast his dash is.
Yeah.
So that's one extra thing. And his Dancing Blades is an underrated jutsu. Don't forget to use his Dancing Blades jutsu sometimes, guys. That's underrated.
Yeah, I know it has button locks on it all over the place, guard pressure, damage. You can cancel it to convert into a combo, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
correct.
So my question to you, if you could email CC2 and they said to you, with Orochimaru, you can add or take away one thing, you can only add one thing, or you can only take away one thing of Orochimaru. So if you email them, it's guaranteed no matter what you request. If you say, like, if you want, they say to you, whatever you want, you can add one thing to the character, or you can take away one thing to the character. What would you add or take away? Not and, or take away, and why?
So that's a good question. I like that question, actually. And I know what I always said that I wanted him to have, and I wouldn't take anything away from him because I love him how he is.
Yeah.
Like his moveset with his combos, his jutsu, his grab isn't the greatest, but it's good enough. It's average in my opinion. His tilt, decent to average. You know, all that stuff. Ultimate, great ultimate. Great combos. The only thing that I want of him, guard pressure and all that, it's more damage output, higher damage output. I always felt like he deserved a little more damage output. Well, him and Kazakage, Russ. I always thought that they deserved a little bit more damage output. In my opinion, that's just me. So that's what I would email them. It's like, if he were to get a buff, I would add like higher damage output. I would definitely add that in base form. We're talking base form, possibly in Awakening too, but definitely in base form.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously, so this has been a Teach Me series for Orochimaru. Any links to Jet? If you're interested in Jet, again, he's a great player, NA player. I'm pretty sure Jet, you're open to people to hit you up to speak to for advice or anything like that. These players also will be in my Discord as well. So if you're interested and you do want to talk to him as well, and you want to get in contact, just shoot me in my Discord. Join the Discord, and obviously you're free to go that way as well. So all of his links will be in the description down below. Obviously you see his PSN on the screen, so be sure to hit him up. Maybe I'm asking for a few games. You know, everyone's approachable. So yeah. So Jet, do you want to say a few words before I end the episode?
So like he said, everyone's approachable. I don't mind you know, running some PMs and some matches and advice. I'm always open to share. I'm always looking forward to people improving. I love seeing improvement. I love seeing growth. This has been fun. This has been a good lesson, not just for you all, but for me as well, because it was at times where I was almost forgetting about certain things, and RJ just kind of came in and reminded me. I'm like, thanks, bro. I'm thinking that deep down inside, but I don't want to, you know, talk at the same time as him.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been fun for me as well. And like I said, I'm an Orochimaru fanatic. I've always liked him since Part 1 Naruto, since I was like very, very young. I've mained him in every Naruto game, so I'm very familiar with the character, very experienced with him, very comfortable. And this has been my pleasure to chip in, you know, for this character and help some people out there who maybe are not as familiar with him as I am.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can do another character guy with RJ. I would love to.
Yeah.
You know, so peace out, guys.
We always do. If you don't, like I said, if you don't want to see Jet come back for another character, he is very knowledgeable. Even though he's Orochimaru main, he is a veteran at the game. He's very knowledgeable. So if you want Jet to come back, just voice that in my Discord, voice that in my comment section, and you know what I mean, Jet's already offered to work. You can work something out as well. So without further ado, I bid you all farewell. Peace, sayonara, and adios.